Welcome back, guys. It has been a minute, a hot minute since I've done a video like this. Since the beginning of the semester, I have not given you guys an update on my total money makeover, my car loan payment, how that's going, like paying off that car loan. I still have over $10,000 left. We're going to get into it because that is not progressing like I thought it would. I thought I would be paid off by December. I would be celebrating, living in my debt-free era, and that is not where we are today. But we're going to get into it. So I have my notes per usual right here on my handy dandy HP. And we're going to get into it. So today we are going to talk about paying off my remaining car loan, what that looks like. That's going to be an update. And then I'm going to do my September 30th paycheck breakdown. And then if you stay to the end, I have changed my budget. I'm allocating funds differently, as well as I have a list of financial goals for the rest of the year, which is the rest of 2024, not the rest of the school year, the rest of 2024. So that's where we are today. So first, we're going to talk about my paycheck breakdown, because although I have gotten a raise, like I've gotten that cost of living raise, I've gotten an increase, I don't know what one actual paycheck looks like without like extra money. So I've worked extra since before the start of the school year. So you guys know that I started back to work the last week of July, and ever since then I have been having like extra money. Now in your mind, you might think, well, Joy, you had all this money to pay towards the car, but I really didn't. Okay? I really didn't. So I have been working a lot of extra hours, and I think in one of my vlogs, like 2 vlogs ago, I think I talked about how September was that kind of month where I already had some expenses planned. And so a lot of my extra money went towards that. Not a lot of it, but some of it. Some of it went towards that, and some of it went towards things that I've had to take care of. So let me see. School started around August 15th, 12th for the students, 12th because it was the day after my birthday. So the students came back August 12th. But before that, we had marching band, we had things. So I was already working extra. So from jump, my first paycheck was already extra money. And so ever since then, it's always been extra. It's not always the same extra because it's not always the same hour. So I consistently worked Wednesday evenings, but then Saturdays could be a band competition, which could be 9 in the morning to 9 at night, or it could be practice, which is 9 to 4, or we could have a Saturday off, or there's a football game the night before, and so those hours, and then we have Saturday hours. So it's fluctuated. It hasn't always been the same. So I think I did a quick paycheck breakdown on one of those, but this up I'm going to really get into it because I have had to change some things. So one of my goals over the summer, I don't think my goals were grandiose financially over the summer. I started the Total Money Makeover in the spring, and I don't really think my goals were grandiose, but I do think that I didn't anticipate what this semester would look like. So I am interpreting for a freshman student, and she is in marching band, and they have lots of outside of school hours that are put in. And so I think, and it's fine, it's totally fine. I love it. I love it all. I love everything that has to do with it, because like work is work and then home is home. But what I feel like is that I really didn't take into account how exhausted I would be, I think, when I am actually at home. So like, I'm an introvert, and I know some people laugh at that. People think that I'm not an introvert. And for me, an introvert means that I don't get my energy from being around people, so I pour, and then I go alone to recharge. So that's for me. Like, I don't look for I don't look for activities that involve being around a lot of people. I'm one of those type of people that like, I'm one of those who all over there kind of people, because if I feel like I have to be on all the time, that drains my energy. And I don't despise it or anything. Like if I go around people, I definitely love on people. I definitely pour into people, but then I definitely need recharge. Like I am not a hopper. Like I can't go from this to this to this to this. That all involves like people. Like even like right now, like I've been going all day. And then we had a meeting after work and it went till 4. And so now I have until 6 just to like get this video done, just try to get some things done so I can, because I know like when I go home, I'm not always energetic. Like I'm not always energized to do it. I'm not really energized now. I'm just kind of doing what I have to do to be on, And so that's for me is what it means to be an introvert. I'm not timid. I'm not shy, but I definitely have a limit when it comes to like being around a lot of people and constantly, giving, I guess, which is nothing is wrong with that. That is just not where I get my energy. So anyway, back to my notes, y'all. So my September 30th paycheck included, I don't even know where we are in the process of like my timesheets and things, but my September 30th paycheck before taxes was $2,652.10. That was before taxes and whatever deductions they take out. And then I brought home $1,935.19. So right off top, y'all know me, I paid my tithe, which was $266 because I tithe on what I make before deductions. Next, my car insurance was $119.17. Personal maintenance typically has been $60. So typically it's $60, and from my personal maintenance, I buy like my toiletry items, I get my nails done, I get my hair done. So whatever needs to be done in that 2.5 week time frame, that's what I use my personal maintenance for. Now, since the beginning of the school year, you guys have seen that I have not had my nails done at all this semester until recently. Just this past Saturday, I had Saturday off. I was like, I'm getting my nails done. So I allocated $160 to personal maintenance because now I'm playing catch up. There's many things I had to do. I had medicine. I do lots of things. My medicine changed. I'm an asthmatic, and so I have different medications that I use. One of them had to change because my insurance didn't cover one of them anymore, different things like that. So like my medications, toiletries, nails, hair, that kind of stuff comes out of personal maintenance because it's like personal or whatever. And sometimes it can include clothes. Like I bought a light fall jacket that I'm using tonight because the temperature really drops in the evening, and we have band practice tonight from 6 to 9:30. So maybe at 6 o'clock it'll be okay, but by like 6:31, it's going to be freezing. And so I'm prepared for that. And so my rent was $500. I paid my brother. And then groceries. So this is another change to my budget. So originally in the summer when I came up with everything, actually in the spring, when I decided what I was going to do with the Total Money Makeover, I wasn't working as many extra hours outside of work. And it's not the extra hours, it's the lateness of the hour. So like last Friday, we had our homecoming football game. We didn't leave. The game wasn't over until 10:30 in the evening. And then I still had to drive an hour home. So I got home at 11:30. And then I think we had Saturday off, so it wasn't too tough. But I think my plan was I'm going to allocate grocery money and I'm going to cook my meals and I'm going to bring my lunches. The exhaustion was overwhelming. And what was happening was that I was feeling down on myself because I had to buy lunch at work, because I just didn't have the energy to even go to the grocery store or cook or think of things to cook, or I would cook, but then I don't feel like packing my lunch, or whatever the case was. Every now and then I did, but for the most part, I bought lunches here at work. And I had to just decide that that was going to be a thing. So dinner's at home. I have food at home for dinner. And I have to do my lunches at work. I just had to make that decision. I just had to do it. And I felt bad because I was like, oh, like I wasn't really breaking the budget, but I was using like my grocery money and extra because I was still using my $150 to buy groceries. But then I didn't cook anything because I wasn't there, wasn't home, or I was too tired, or I couldn't put a lunch together. And so then I would spend extra money buying lunch at work. So one of the changes I just decided to make, I decided to stop punishing myself, stop beating myself up about it. And so I decided that my grocery budget is going to be $154. And $54 are going to be for lunch in the staff cafeteria. So every day, lunch is $4.50. And so if I do that for 12 days, I believe that's $54. Let me check, because somebody gonna check it for me and tell me I'm wrong. Let me see. So $4.50 times 12 is $54. So I budget for like 2.5 weeks. So that's just gonna be the budget. $54 of that is gonna be lunches here at work, and then $100 is going to be groceries at home for dinner. So that still eliminates the going through the drive-through. And the lunches at work, we have a full salad bar, and they have like today, I think their cuisine was like Chinese food, like they had egg rolls, noodles, or whatever, but I did a slice of pizza and a salad. So they have different things. They have different things every day, and it's different food from what the kids are eating. So, I mean, they have some of that stuff. Like they have the pizza and the burgers and the chips, but they also have like a full salad bar. I think the kids have a salad bar too. You can make a wrap. Yeah, you can make your own wrap. And then like sometimes they have like Indian cuisine. Today it was Chinese food. They do like, sometimes they do like a burger bar, or they'll have like pulled beef, like barbecue beef or something, like a pulled beef sandwich or something like that. But they do a lot of good things. But there's always a salad bar. So to those of you that want to, about what I eat, it's not that bad. And so gas this week is $115. I don't know why, but I'm trusting myself that's, I think because the day we got paid, I hadn't gotten any cash yet. So I went to the gas station and swiped for gas. I filled up the tank, and then I had $80. So 80 minus $115 is what I spent on the take. So I still plan on taking the $80 out to have in my wallet, in my cash envelope wallet. Let me show you guys. For those of you that may be new, you may not have seen my cash envelope wallet. You have all of the, instead of paper envelopes, if you guys want to use the cash envelope system, but you want something durable and sturdy, this cash envelope wallet is perfect. And also this wallet is like, it's that RFID protection, where, you know, during the holidays, there was a big thing before where people can like walk by your wallet and scan your information and steal your information. They can't do that through this wallet. So check out them affiliate links, hunty. Anyway, next, gas was $115. Video merger that I use to edit my videos is $2.16. Canva, I did re-sign up for Canva. It fits in my budget at this point. That's $15. Meds. So these are kind of extra things that I did. So after my necessities were done, these are extra things that I did. Meds was $35.21. Actually, that was in personal maintenance. So I don't know why I separated it out. Maybe I did do it different. I think I swiped. I think that's why. I don't know. I don't remember. I just have to trust myself what's on the paper. Peacock, I signed up for Peacock for 1 month. Because I think in my last Saturday video, this is one of the things I plan to do for October. There's a TV series that I want to watch on Friday nights instead of like a movie night. It's going to be a TV series night with pizza. And so I signed up for Peacock for $7.99 for 1 month because there's a particular series that I want to watch. And so what I do is I sign up and I cancel it right away so that it doesn't bill me for another month. And so I'm not beholden to it. And then Amazon, I bought my fall jacket, I bought lip gloss, and I bought a pair of brown winter boots, like tall boots. And that cost $114. All three things together, $114 from Amazon. And I did mention a while ago that I needed to buy a fall coat. So that was in the plan. And then you guys, I don't know why I did this. And I think it's just bad habit. So you guys know how I have my emergency fund. So I have my $1,000 in the emergency fund. Well, I found myself transferring money back to my account from my emergency fund. And I'm like, Joy, why are you doing that? Anyway, $300 back into the emergency fund. And I don't know, why did I do that? I think I did it because earlier in the month, I had to go. Oh, I know why I did it. Earlier in the month, so September, what day was it? 9th or 10th or something like that. It was a Tuesday. I had to go to Springfield to take my interpreter test, which I failed. I'm sure of it. Sure of it. Mark my words. I won't get test results probably till the earliest January. So we won't know officially, but I will come back and let y'all know. But I am sure upon sure that I bombed that test. So that day when I went to rent a car, so I was going back and forth about renting a car or using my car. And then I just decided I'm just going to rent a car. I'm just going to do it. And so part of my money in September went towards that. September was a month where I knew I was going to have a lot of expenses coming out because I had that trip and I had my Ragnar, Wisconsin trip. So with the car, so I had the money to rent the car, which I think was like $95 or something for the day or something, because I got the insurance, whatever it was. It was like, I think without the insurance, it was like $67, and it was like $30 for insurance or something like that. So like if anybody hits my car or something happens, it doesn't go against my personal insurance and cause my rates to go up. So I got that, but then they want to hold $300, like as a deposit, I guess. So that's what I did. I transferred that $300 for the deposit, and then I transferred it back. So then my friend and I, we went to Lemon Tree. This was before, it's a restaurant that we just wanted to chit chat. I haven't seen her since the beginning of the semester. We both have just been super busy. My friend Laura, that I always tell you guys about, my Beachbody coach, we finally both were able to take a breath, and we wanted French fries and ice cream. That's what we did, and that was $9.77. So that's my budget. So that was something, so those were changes I made. The groceries, like just allocating, how I'm allocating it changed. So I was already taking out $150 for my groceries, but I added $4 because I just added up that $4.50, but I'm allocating it different. So $100 for groceries to have at home, and then $54 for food at school, and I can just pay them and it's just in my account. So all right guys, let me get some water. You should get some water too. Okay, so now the paycheck is out of the way. So now let's get into this car loan. You guys, I had such a grandiose idea to pay off my $10,477 remaining car loan by December 31st, 2024. I really thought that I was going to be able to do it. I really did. And August was fine. But one thing I learned over the summer, as you guys were kind of on this journey with me, was the finance charges, right? We had all these back and forth conversations about the finance charges versus interest and all this stuff, right? So the one thing I did realize was that if I didn't have enough to make a full second payment, then it wasn't worth it for me to just send $100 or send $50. So once I make my $355 car payment, if I, on my next paycheck, can't make another full payment, it's not really worth it. You know, it's not really worth it. I forgot to add that I did buy a couple sweatshirts from, 2 sweatshirts and 2 pairs of jeans from Walmart because it's getting cold. It's just sweater weather. And I like to be comfortable. I'm running around these halls all day. And that's what I did. And so I don't remember how much that was. It was probably like $80 or something for those 4 items. I'm not sure, but that was just something that popped into my head. But August, I don't remember distinctly where my money was allocated. I followed my budget. If I had anything extra, but it wasn't enough to cover a full car payment, I think I spent it, to be honest. I don't remember. I think I added back. I did get an Amazon Prime for 1 month because I wanted to watch Sister Wives. I wanted to catch up before the new season aired. And that ended yesterday. Yeah, so I did do some things in August, but I don't have it here to be able to tell you exactly what that was. But so my August payment was already made when I, did all those paychecks over the summer. And then September 13th was my first car payment due back, right? And so I paid one payment of $355. And so my balance before it was $10,477. And now it's $10,313. So I do realize that if I don't have enough to make a full payment, then just paying these little amounts here and there is really only taking care of finance charges unless I can eliminate all those days in between payments. I know a lot of you have been like, oh, go to the credit union, do this, do that. I'm not doing any of that. Let's be clear. I can barely do this. I don't have time to go nowhere else and do nothing else. We just gonna pay this off and then start saving for a new car. That's all. That's all we're doing. That's it. That's all we're doing. So all you credit union people, praise the Lord. I'm not doing it. And another change that's going to come. So I've made this change. I've made some changes, right? But October 14th, the week of October 14th, that'll be the last week where I'm getting extra pay. So marching band, the last competition is October 19th. And then like that Wednesday, the following Wednesday is their banquet. And then that is it. So I don't have any other extracurricular interpreting planned. I only have volleyball. I have volleyball, and then hopefully I'll start picking up basketball. So my volleyball check will come at the end of the season, whatever that is. And I think I've only worked I don't even know. I think we only have like 6 home games or something like that. It's not a lot. And the day they do their tournament, I'm not working that because that's the band competition. So we're going to be at Illinois State University. And so we won't even be here. That's like a whole day. And so that'll be the last time that I'm getting extra pay on my check. And this is why I like that the high school, how they do it. When I work volleyball, I don't get a check until the end of the season. So it's like I don't see it in my account. And I'm like, oh, I have this extra money and spend it. That is a habit that I have not yet conquered. And I see it because technically I should have all this extra money. But I did know ahead of time that I was going on that trip to Springfield and that I was going on that trip in Ragnar. That was not this past weekend, but 2 weekends ago. I went to I had the time of my life, guys. It was fun and miserable, both at the same time. Um, and for that trip, I definitely bought some things. So late in the game, very late in the game, I realized that the Wisconsin trip, this relay, so what it was is it's called a Ragnar race. And what it is, it's a team of 8 people and it's a relay. So one person goes out and run 3 miles, they bring it back to me, I go run 5 miles, I give it to the next person, they do 6 miles, whatever it is. And we all have to run 3 times. And we all had to run at different times, 3 miles, 5 miles, and 6 miles. And not only that, it was in the woods, in the forest. So the race started Friday morning and you just kept going until everyone finished. So that could mean that you're running at midnight, that you're running at 3 a.m., that you're whatever you are in the race. When that person comes back, it's your turn. They hand off the baton and you have to go. Now this race is in the forest. There is tree roots everywhere. Like your foot could just get caught, and fall, and there's boulders and rocks, there's uphill, there's downhill, there's all kinds of things that I didn't even know existed in life or that people did for fun. And so in preparation for the race, I remember going to the running store and I knew I needed a new pair of running shoes, period. I knew that. So I was going to have a pair of running shoes to run in that I actually exercise in. And then I had bought a pair of running shoes for work, because especially during marching band season, we do a lot of back and forth. And so I just wanted to have a dedicated pair of running shoes that I wasn't using for anything else, and then a pair of running shoes for work, because we walk around. So as the interpreters, we don't stay in one classroom all day. We go to different classrooms. Just like the students change classes, we change classes too. And so we're outside for PE, we're outside for marching band. So it's a lot of standing and moving back and forth. I just wanted a pair of comfortable running shoes. And so I bought 2 pair of running shoes. And so when I went to the running store, I told the guy, I was like, hey, I'm running this trail race, this Ragnar race. Can I just use regular running shoes? And he's like, yeah. He's like, you can use regular shoes. He was like, if this is something you're going to do, you want to get trail shoes. I was like, no, this is one and done, not doing it again. And he was like, well, then just get regular shoes. I was like, great, except I bought those pair of shoes. So each pair was like 100. I don't know exactly. I want to say together, both pair were $300 and something, because I think each pair with tax was like $160. So I bought those and I was like, great, because I was going to buy running shoes anyway. And so I bought, leading up to that, this is before September, I bought a headlamp. I bought lights, for my body, so that it's like a lighted vest. And that's it. And then like for the trip, I bought snacks and stuff. I didn't buy a sleeping bag. I just used blankets, because I just went by the list that the organizer sent us, like our team organizer sent us. I just went by his list, like bring a pillow, blanket, or sleeping bag or whatever. Looking back, I needed a sleeping bag because I was freezing. He's like, bring like thick clothes, sweatshirts, like different things like that. So I didn't have to really buy anything else. The only other thing I bought was snacks. He said, bring your own snacks, like things to munch on. There were things. So at the Ragnar Village, there were food trucks, and I definitely bought coffee every morning. There was no way Joy was going to be functioning without it. They have food trucks for like lunch or whatever. So I got that. I did that. So I had money for that. And then, but all in all, the only money I spent was the extra money that I made. So that is the positive thing about it. I did not break the bank. I wasn't robbing Peter to pay Paul. I wasn't borrowing and leaving things unpaid. Now, in the past, that's something I would have done, because I had already like made this commitment, and I couldn't really drop out because I'm one of the 8 people. Because so if one person doesn't go, then somebody on your team is running like 6 times, or they're trying to split it up and see who can take an extra. And that is nothing really that somebody else wants to do, because running that trail is like super hard on your body. So people like wouldn't have wanted to do that. And I'm glad I didn't cancel. Because I was ready to cancel. I was like, I don't even want to do this or whatever. And then I got there, and the first morning I woke up, I was like, I wish I was at work because I was so cold the night before. But then once I got coffee, I was good. I was ready to go. I only did one of my legs in the dark. That was my 3 miles. So I ran my shortest distance in the dark. But the way our organizer set it up, he had 3 teams. And so he always had somebody paired up to go together. So that was good. So I didn't have to go by myself in the dark. And then it rained overnight. It was like, that's what I'm saying. It was like fun, but miserable at the same time. So I didn't break the bank. And so now that it's October, we have October, November, December, and I don't think I even make $10,000 in the next 3 months, let alone trying to pay it off. So I don't even make it. I still have my regular expenses that I need to pay. And so those are the things that needs to get done. And so because of that, just mathematically, I'm not going to be able to pay it off by December. However, I do have a plan to pay it off still in a shorter amount of time than what I had decided on before. So let me see, where am I in my notes? So the trip, it didn't break me. And I think that's one of the reasons I could enjoy my trip, is that I knew I didn't like borrow from myself to have to pay back myself. Because in the past, those are just poor money habits that I had. So right now I am noticing that like one of my poor money habits is like earning extra money, and then because I have extra money, thinking of things to spend it on. And so that's one of the things I really want to get rid of. And so because of that, I've set some goals for myself for the remainder of 2024. So one of my goals that I plan on doing, a change that I'm making to my finances is, so I'm still doing the total money makeover. I don't know. I feel like this debt, like paying off the debt, is like the hardest part. Because I feel like once I don't have the debt, I don't know. We'll see. Because the next thing could be the hardest thing, which would be to save the 6 months of expenses or whatever. But my first goal is to assign every dollar. I didn't really do that before. Like I kind of did it, but not really. It was like I kind of knew like, oh, this is extra money, but I didn't really assign it purposefully, right? So I saw extra money. I'm like, okay, I need this, so I need to buy it or whatever. I didn't really assign it. I didn't take that extra money and say, okay, I'm going to save this amount, or, I'm going to use this for fun money or whatever. And fun fact, the fun money, the $500 fun money that I allocated to myself over the summer, that is gone. Finished. I've gone out. I have spent it. Done. So I'm going to assign every dollar. So instead of money just sitting in my account, so any money that exceeds my budget and expenses, I want to save. So what's happening is so like my account now, all of my expenses are paid. I've bought the things I'm going to buy. The next paycheck, I'm not doing that. I don't have anything on tap to buy. So what I'm going to do is, my expenses are going to get paid, and some things automatically come out of my account, so I'm just going to leave it. But the night before I get paid again, whatever's extra left in my account, I'm going to move it into savings. I'm just going to move it over to the savings, because if I see it there, then I'm going to want to spend it. My mind automatically starts churning and thinking of things to buy. So I'm going to do that for the remainder of this year. Okay. Now, obviously in December, I'm going to allocate some Christmas money, and for my family, Christmas is myself, my two brothers, my mom, and my aunt. It's us. It's us five. We celebrate Christmas. We are not the people who like, oh, you have to get me. We are not those people. We are not those people. So it is they get what they get. I get what they give me, and nobody complains. Like, we just like being together, you know. So that's what I want to do. I'm going to include fund money in my budget. So I'm going to try to do it each paycheck, $100, move into fund money, so that, and fund money for me includes, I buy stuff for these kids all the time. You guys, I spent, how much money did I spend on some nothing? So our basketball team, they do a fundraiser, a nothing bundt cake fundraiser, and they have the little buntlets, and they're $6 because it's a fundraiser. I know at the store I think they're like $4.50 or $5 or something, but here they sell them for $6. So I bought all our kids one. So for me, fund money is not only about me. It's about like, and that might be the wrong thing to do, but I do like to have funds set aside to do things, because for me that was fun. It was fun because all of them can't afford one, like when it's time to buy it, and so I don't mind doing that. So I'm going to include $100 fund money, and I think it'll still work when, like, after all of my extra money. So after like October 19th, like after I get that final check with that extra money, I'll get to see what my paycheck really looks like and see if I actually have an extra $100 every paycheck for fund money. So that might have to adjust. And then with my volleyball money, I plan that's going to be a check, and I could pay it towards my car. I could, and I probably should. But what I want to do is I want to buy an iPhone, is what I want to do. And for me, it's an investment in my YouTube channel. And also I'll be able to write it off when I file my taxes, because I'm getting paid from YouTube. I will be able to file taxes on that. I think though, yeah, I should be able to file taxes on that. So it should be a deduction because that's what I'm using it for. And so correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe because YouTube is, I guess, a business, like it's paying me, but I'm also spending money to run it. And that's something that I am using for my YouTube. I think I can write that off. So yeah, so I want to use my volleyball money to purchase an iPhone. It doesn't have to be the latest iPhone. It could be a 12. It could be a 14. It doesn't have to be the latest one. But I definitely want the iPhone because I believe it'll improve my camera quality, my recording quality. It has features that my current Android does not have. I can buy a more expensive Android and it will give me a better camera quality. But I also, as an interpreter, I do have deaf friends, and so to chat with them, I'll need FaceTime because most of them have iPhones, and I can't FaceTime them from my Android. And so it serves several purposes, but my main purpose is filming, because that's something that I'm going to do every week. And so you guys, my life has been so all over the place that you guys aren't getting a vlog this week. So in lieu of a vlog, you're getting this video. Yay. So those are my 3 goals. Assign every dollar, include fund money, and with my volleyball check, I will purchase an iPhone, and that is an investment that I'll be able to write off. So that's today, you guys. That is how that car loan is going. That is my paycheck breakdown update. That is goals for my financial future for the rest of this semester. So, or not the rest of this, I guess the rest of this year, like 2024. So if I've left something out or if something is unclear, let me know. I'll be happy to. And I haven't been responding to the comments as often as I've wanted to, But guys, I don't have my bangles. I don't have my coffee. You guys, y'all know I'm just flying off the cuff here. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Also, Christmas is coming. Check out the affiliate links. The wallet is in there. There are many different colors. I just happen to like this patchwork design. It's a regular wallet, guys. It has like the, you know, all that in there. So, so yeah, it's a lot of different colors. There's black, there's solid colors. It's not just this. So check it out. Also my, what is it called? It's like a digital coin counter. And people be like, well, I, you know, just use a piggy bank. I like to be surprised when I go to the credit union. Someone's like, well, you can just take it to the credit union. You can. You can do all the things. But I thought it was so cool when I saw it on somebody else's channel that they had the jar and you knew how much money was going in there. So what's cool about it is that I don't know what I want to do with it yet. So maybe I'll wait till it gets full. Maybe I'll wait until I save a certain amount. But I think it's cool. I can put my coins in there and see how much money is in there. And, you know, and I can just like leave it. And I think kids will think that's fun. Teenagers might think that's fun, especially if you're a person who uses the envelope system where you use cash for certain things. And so you're always going to get change back. So I always thought that was fun because otherwise change just in a jar for me or just change laying in a bowl, I hated it. But now it's like in a jar and it's cool. I really like that. So anyhow, check out the affiliate links. Get what you want, but I'm happy that I was able to come back and give you guys an update. I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see y'all next time.